Imagine waking up at 5 a.m. after only 5 hours sleep, feeling more alert, sharp, and energetic than you usually do after a full 9-hour night. Most people think sleep is a simple game of quantity, that more hours automatically equals more energy. But have you ever slept for 10 hours and still felt like a zombie, plagued by brain fog and a heavy, dragging sensation in your body? That is because you've been told the wrong story about how your brain actually recharges. The truth is, your body doesn't need more sleep, it needs higher quality sleep. There is a specific easy mode blueprint used by high performers to squeeze 8 hours of recovery into a 5-hour window. This isn't about pushing yourself to stay awake, it's about helping your brain physically clean itself faster. Think of it like a quick, high-pressure wash instead of a long, slow soak in dirty water. By mastering this, you stop being a slave to your alarm clock and start owning your day before anyone else is even awake. You are about to discover how to reclaim thousands of hours of your life without ever feeling tired again. Before we move on to the 3 lazy hacks that make this possible, you need to understand why your body isn't recovering even after 10 hours of sleep. If you don't fix this one hidden internal engine error, your brain will stay dirty and tired no matter how long you spend in bed. To master the 5-hour blueprint, you first have to understand the 2 things driving your energy: tiredness chemicals and your internal clock. Think of these chemicals as sleep pressure. From the second you wake up, your brain begins burning energy, and the leftover waste builds up. By the end of the day, this pressure makes you feel heavy and sleepy. Most people try to fix this with caffeine, but caffeine is just a mask. It hides the tiredness chemicals for a few hours, but they are still swirling around in your head. The moment the caffeine wears off, all that pressure crashes back into your brain at once. Real recovery requires physically washing those chemicals away. This happens best during deep sleep, which is the only time your brain's cleaning system is fully turned on. It literally flushes your brain cells with fresh fluid to remove the day's waste. If your cleaning system is weak or interrupted, you can sleep all day and still wake up with a foggy brain. Our goal is to make this cleaning process happen twice as fast so you can get up and go. The first lazy hack is making your room a recovery zone. Your brain is a temperature-sensing machine, and to trigger the deepest cleaning mode, your body temperature needs to drop by a few degrees. If your room is even slightly too warm, or if you wear heavy clothes to bed, your brain stays in a light mode, wasting hours of your time. This isn't about expensive gadgets, it's about shifting your basic habits for massive returns. If you ignore this, your body will stay in a state of high alert all night long. The most important protocol here is the 3-2-1-0 rule. 3 hours before bed, stop eating heavy meals so your body doesn't waste energy on digestion. 2 hours before bed, stop doing stressful work that keeps your brain in high gear. 1 hour before bed, turn off all bright screens, as that blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. And 0 is the number of times you should hit the snooze button, because that extra 10 minutes actually confuses your brain and makes you feel more tired all day. Setting the stage now ensures your brain doesn't have to work overtime while you're trying to rest. Most people fail here because they use thick blankets that trap heat, so try to keep your environment cool and breathable. Congratulations, you have now completed the hardest part of the setup. The environment is ready, and the remaining steps are just a piece of cake. The most important protocol in this list is the midday recharge. If you are only getting 5 hours of sleep, you can actually borrow recovery time from your afternoon. A simple 20-minute power recharge session where you just lie still and listen to a calm guide or white noise can be as effective as an extra hour of sleep. Think of this like a quick pit stop for a race car to keep the engine running at 100%. This clears out those tiredness chemicals and resets your energy levels so you don't crash in the evening. Most people wait until they're completely burnt out, but you are going to be proactive. Another easy mode protocol is simply changing how you lie down. Sleeping on your side has been proven to help your brain's cleaning fluid flow much better than sleeping on your back. It's like tilting a sink to help the water drain faster. Side sleeping uses gravity to help your brain wash itself. By adding this tiny tweak, you ensure that every minute you spend asleep is twice as productive. You can even use a small pillow between your knees to make this position more comfortable for your spine. This simple strategy keeps your brain's internal pipes clear and ready for the next wave of focus. Amazing job! You've now hacked your daytime energy and mastered the physical mechanics of rest. You're officially in the top 1% of efficient sleepers. The last easy mode protocol is all about how you start your morning to lock in your energy. Most people wake up and immediately check their phones in a dark room, which keeps their brain in a sleepy state. To fix this, you need an immediate morning energy boost from natural sunlight. This first burst of natural energy is what separates the morning warriors from the snooze button sleepers. Getting outside for just 10 minutes tells your eyes and your brain that the day has started, which instantly shuts off the sleepy hormones and triggers the alertness hormones. This light exposure also sets a timer in your brain that makes it easier to fall into deep sleep exactly 16 hours later. You were literally programming your brain for success before you even take your first sip of coffee. Follow this with a big glass of water and 2 minutes of any movements like a quick walk or some stretching to get your blood flowing. This simple routine clears the final bit of brain fog and makes you feel fully awake in minutes instead of hours. It effectively flushes the last of the tiredness chemicals out of your system so you can start your day with total clarity. Once you feel that instant clarity, you'll never want to go back to your old, foggy mornings again. That's it. You've finished the practical blueprint. You now have the full plan to win back 3 extra hours of your life every single day. Is this 5-hour plan something you should do every single day? While your body loves a long rest, mastering this high-density sleep gives you a superpower for the times when life gets busy. By focusing on the cleaning speed of your brain rather than just the time spent in bed, you are no longer a slave to feeling tired. You are moving from being someone who just sleeps to someone who actively recovers. This is the blueprint for a life where you aren't constantly fighting against your own fatigue. The version of you that feels like a zombie is a result of bad habits, not a lack of hours. When you use these lazy hacks, you gain over 1,000 hours of extra time every year. You are choosing to be the architect of your own energy rather than a victim of a bad night's sleep. Think about what you could do with an extra 1,000 hours to build a business, learn a new skill, or spend time with the people you love. That is the real easy mode for life, having the energy to do whatever you want, whenever you want. The small changes you make tonight will ripple through every single hour of your tomorrow. Stop counting the hours you spend in bed and start making every hour count for your future. Wake up clear, wake up sharp, and most importantly, wake up fresh.